this is a bit of a rant, this video. I've had a plumber in for 2 days, just on a labour only, just needed someone to come in, sort out some pipe work, fit a bath, fit a toilet, and just some really quite straightforward kind of pipe runs and stuff. And just turned out to be a bit of a disaster. I'll show you, the easiest thing to do is just show you the issues, and then maybe you can tell me I'm being petty, but this is what the few issues I've found so far are. Obviously there's a leak somewhere. First of all, I thought it was a bit of residual water from fitting, but it's not going away, and there's clearly an issue there. So I looked around the back, and where the soil pipe joins on, the rubber sort of flange, the gasket, which slots onto the back of the new pan, is completely buckled. So it's kind of folded one way at the bottom, folded another way at the top, and it's obviously leaking. So it's effectively waste water now leaking under the toilet. So I need to take the toilet back away and sort it out and push it back on. So I went to do that, and I loosened the bolts from the cistern to the toilet, turned the water off, and went to take the cistern off the wall. And then couldn't find any screws, which seemed a bit odd. And then on closer inspection, there's simply 2 blobs of silicone in the holes. So with the lightest of tugs, it came off the wall. So I don't know if that's the modern way of doing things, or if that is just simply sloppy cowboyness. So at least I've got it off the wall now. I can get the toilet out and sort that out. But that's not really where the problems ended. So I'm not sure if it's the model of bath that's causing it, but there's a little bit of flex. I don't know if you can make that out. A bit of flex in the bath itself, which is going to be no good when it comes to tiling. And I just wish I'd, had the foresight of putting a batten on the wall before the bath was fitted, because that would stop that lip dropping down. Because as soon as you stand in the bath, it could cause that. So maybe I can retrofit something from each end, and it might just prop it up a bit anyway. But that's probably me being fussy. So the bath's plumbed in, and it's in the position we wanted. Plumbing's as needed, and the tails are there for the shower. So the actual quality of the work, as far as the pipe work goes, it seems absolutely fine. But another thing is that this bath, obviously you want to butt it against the wall so you can tile down on top of the bath surface itself. And down the back here, he did point it out to me, to be fair, but you would have thought when dry fitting the bath, you would have noticed that there was a bit of a bow in the wall, and if I'd known, if you'd said before the bath went in, I could have just come up here and I could have just chased out, it's only a bit of plasterboard, I could have easily chased out these last last foot or so, just so the bath could have sat into the wall slightly, and then we wouldn't have this. That's 10 mil of silicone there, and the tiles aren't that thick, so we're barely going to be lapping onto the bath there. So again, that's a bit of a pain. Obviously, once that silicone was going off, there was water in the bath to hold it down at the level it would be. And I went to empty that, and all I could hear is gushing water outside. And I'll take that out there and show you what the situation was. Okay, so I'm outside now. This is below where the bathroom is. And obviously got the old cast iron stack that comes down, and that hopper there is where the old pipework fed into. Came down into this drain and all flowed pretty well. There was no problems. So the problem really starts at the top. The old lead pipes came out here, and they had to be chipped out with a breaker, which is fine. And I said I'd tidy up around the pipework, but the apprentice who was with him, I don't know if he didn't why he's done it, but all that rubble he just let fill this hopper completely, fill all the way down the pipe, down the downpipe itself, and obviously restricted all the flow of any wastewater. And also this bit of 40mm waste pipe which comes out is not in the best position to feed the hopper, so I'm gonna have to cut it back here, put a new elbow on and turn it down into the hopper to make sure we get a good flow. You know, at the end of the day we'll probably change the hopper in the future, but it's just such a simple thing which could have been avoided. So obviously the water all poured down the wall and down into over the garage roof. Obviously it's an old property and nothing is you know, completely finished and clean, but you know, I came out and sorted this out earlier, but this whole drain here, I mean it's still pretty blocked at the bottom, but all of that rubble from up the top from chipping out was in here, so nothing was draining away, and of course that was flowing everywhere, and as soon as you got sat water against solid walls, then potentially there could have been a damp issue into the kitchen. So it's just like another, I don't know, another detail that just didn't seem to be picked up on, and I think it's just common sense really that was lacking. But so I'm in two minds really. I'm not normally the sort of person to just moan about things, and if there's a problem that's been left, normally I would just sort it out and accept that it was something that, you know, got overlooked. But so we paid for 3 days labour for the plumber and his apprentice or assistant to come and help, which he didn't. He didn't contribute much at all, to be honest. As far as what got done, it's probably not quite as much as I expected. There were a few things to sort out with the central heating pipes, but there was certainly, just didn't feel like there was much momentum going. But to be fair, they got stuff done, and I mean, perhaps where the problem lies is that they could see I was doing a lot of the work myself, and perhaps that meant that they could leave stuff for me to do, and that's why things weren't maybe finished like they would if they were doing it as a full bathroom fit out. But you know, I just didn't expect to have to be in this situation of sorting these bits out, and you know, I mean, they're not huge things to fix. It's just a bit of a pain, you know, and I didn't want to be working alongside them the full 2 days, picking up on any little thing, because I wouldn't want to work like that either. But on the other hand, you know, it's our house, and we've spent so much time, and any bit of money that we're earning, we're putting back into the house. So we want to make sure it's done properly. And it's quite hard to find a tradesman that will, yeah, I guess, have that same sort of passion for the building, because they don't have any ownership of it, I guess. And I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too deeply into it, but anyway, that's probably enough of my rant. Hopefully by the end of this weekend we're going to have a lot of this bathroom finished. I was going to make a start on tiling tonight, but obviously I've got these things to sort out. But if I can tank the shower end of the bath tonight, that means I can tile everything in one hit tomorrow and get the sink unit fitted. Everything's been left ready, the waste pipes and everything for that, so it shouldn't take too long. But thanks for listening to my rant, and do let me know if I'm being over the top moany about this. But you know, it wouldn't have been that hard to set a couple of wall plugs and screws to hold this on the wall, and perhaps they wouldn't have spotted the leak. Perhaps it's so hidden that they wouldn't have noticed until they'd left anyway. But there's just a few things that really got on my goat today. But I don't want to be a real whingy moaner, so let's finish on a high with some new arrivals today. So the plumbing might not have gone to plan, but hatch day's gone pretty well so far. We've got 3 of these little ones out and 4 more that are just about to pop out, so there's some new additions to the household. So on that rather cute ending, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video where we'll be tiling the bathroom. See you next time.